Tyla, Bliss, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a really good episode for you today. We have the one and only, the most popular international upcoming artist, around here killing it, absolutely going insane, is Tyla. Guys, the last time I talked about Tyla was the Push to Start song, and I really enjoyed Push to Start. Had so many great elements into the song, so many elements that baked into it, and I love Tyla singing. Kind of reminds me of older R&B music. I ain't gonna lie, guys, when you have an artist that can really sing, it makes me go, oh shit, wow, R&B's not dead. You just need people who can goddamn sing. So, hey, that's a really good thing too. But this new song is called Bliss. Let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about it. Starting off with this beat. Now, I do like the beginning of the beat. I really love the buildup of this beat. It really starts out with that low bass, that kind of like piano and like guitar mix really coming in. That like sample bass you can really hear in the background. And it just really provides some great sounds. Really makes the track where I go, oh shit, this is a nice sounds. I like all the elements here. Plus adding those background vocals too is really good also. So also having background vocals, also having really nice elements like the piano, like the synths. You can hear synths rising. You can really hear that bass really doing its thing in the background, which is really goddamn fire. But we do have, there is a little bit of a knock, because I will say these drums are not mixed the best. I think these drums, they're a little bit too up on the volume, so they're kind of peaking. They're kind of peaking, what you're listening to. So you're listening to drums that just are over the vocals, and I think sometimes that can take away from Tyla's verse. But other than that, I'm gonna say this: I think this beat's pretty nice. My only critique is that I wish the drums were a little mixed better. But hey, not everything's about the beat, guys, so let's move on and talk about what I really want to talk about, because the next point is Tyla with the first verse. Already, love the flow. Tyla can flow on these beats and go absolutely insane on these tracks, and you definitely get that when you listen to this song. I love the little vocal switch-ups that are in this verse. They really come out. They really just, pour into the song, and having a really good build-up. And then when we get to that hook, which is my next point, I really enjoy the hook. I think the hook actually is one of the better Tyla hooks out there. Push to Start was really good, but I think the passion on the vocals here, and I love the mid vocal switch up on the hook. That mid vocal switch up where she switches her vocals and sings even more powerful, goes absolutely off the goddamn rails, and just starts singing her heart out. Those background vocals start rising in the background, and all of these elements come together. It's like, guys, it's like if I walked into a goddamn bakery and I said, hey, I really want some of the best pastries y'all got, and they give me these pastries that have so much layers and have so much great detail to them, and I think that's what this is. Look, the beat's not that detailed. I'll be real, this beat is kind of basic in the instance. The drums are really mixed, not the best, and then you kind of have these elements that kind of just stay as background elements. This is not an instrumental that is, speaking for itself, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. If you're an artist that, can't take a instrumental that's not going to be adding much to the track, and you don't do anything with your verse, you don't do anything with your hook, well, then you get that situation where it's a basic beat, and then you got these layered verses, you got these layered hooks that are also very fucking basic. So I really like how Tyla looked at that approach and said, I'm going to go absolutely insane off this track, and I think that's what you really get here. I love the fact, too, when we get to that second verse. That second verse is a total switch-up. It's a total switch up from what we heard from the beginning. Tyla does this flow switch that I think is really addicting. This flow switch happens, this vocal switch happens, and Tyla just starts going off on this track. The background vocals are a little bit more active too in the background, and that mid switch up It's just going to create so much value, going to create so much, passion when you want to listen to the song over and over and over again, and you can feel the passion, you can feel the powerful vocals here, and you can really feel the singing. Just, having little runoffs, like the ending of the hook, she does this little vocal runoff. That vocal runoff is so simple, but it adds to the track. It's what a lot of R&B songs did back in the day. They had these little vocal runs that you could hear from each line. They sing a line, boom, that little vocal run. They sing a line, vocal run. So Tyla kind of implementing that on the end of the hook is a really nice thing and really makes the track stand out, really gives it a little bit more push, makes it where I go, oh shit, this is a pretty nice song, guys. So, I love all these elements. I love these three elements that come together. And, I love the fact that we also get a bridge. You get a bridge. You get a bridge. You get that final hook. And I like that. Even though the song's 2 minutes long, we can still get a bridge in. And that's what I'm saying. Songs can be 2 minutes long, but, make the 2 minutes worth the 2 minutes. Make the 2 minutes that full damn song. Don't make a 2-minute song and then, cut off the end of it when there's supposed to be probably fucking more. I mean, come on. So yeah, guys, when we talk about this song, when we talk about Tyla, Bliss, this instrumental is a really good, really nice elements. The only thing is the drums. If the drums were mixed a little bit better, this song would be highly even more rated. And then, you got great vocals from the beginning verse. You have a great hook. That second verse, too, just absolutely hits. Guys, I really enjoyed this track. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.